Hi and welcome back to Blade and Sorcery Mods. I am Illithid, and this is a series where I explore a number of mods and give my thoughts on them. I'll go over the main details and features of each mod and how they affected my personal playing experience. As usual, I'm playing the PC version on U12. The mods in this video can be found on Nexus Mods, and some of them are also on mod.io. Either way, all of them are linked in the video description below. That bandit base should be much farther now. Gotta get moving though. The storm might start picking up soon. The map that you're currently seeing is called Thunderfield, created by Fable and uploaded by user Fable005. It features a field of swaying flowers under a cloudy sky. On opposite ends of the map, you can find a tall rock wall that can be used as a vantage point, and a beautiful view of the sun peeking over the horizon. Thunder can periodically be heard over the custom background and battle music on this map. This mod actually has 4 different versions available for download. The regular version, a dense version which has more flowers on the map, and a regular and dense version that include a feature where the sky lights up when thunder is heard. Large mountains can be seen in the background of this map, adding to the scenery. If you find yourself jumping off the ledge, you can see the lightning objects underneath the map. Per the mod author, this is intentional so that they can be referenced by the lightning randomizer script. One thing that I want to add is that this map doesn't seem to include a boundary that teleports you back to spawn, so if you decide to jump off the map, you better have something that lets you fly back, or you'll just have to restart the level. If you plan on having multiple versions installed at once, be aware that the folder names for the pair with the flashes and the pair without the flashes are the same, so you'll be prompted to overwrite the folder contents during extraction. However, it can still be done. You'll just have to extract one of them at a time, rename the folder, and then extract the other one. Future Illithid here. So I forgot to mention 2 things when I initially recorded the voiceover. The first thing is, if you decide to rename the folder, you'll also have to go inside it and rename the Unity built-in shaders bundle file too. Not the entire thing, just the part before the _Unity built-in shaders. And the second thing, if you want to have all 4 versions installed at the same time for some reason, you'll also have to change the map location index inside the JSON file located inside the level subfolder. And that's all. I'll be over here. Also, one thing to note is that there seems to be a conflict between the flashing dense version and the non-flashing regular version that causes a minor issue. If you have them installed at the same time, the flashes on the dense map don't work. It doesn't seem to happen when you have the flashing regular version installed alongside the non-flashing dense version. There is one major problem that I found on this map, and that problem is that the armory book doesn't function properly. You're not able to spawn anything or filter by category, and if you hit the info button, the left page just goes blank. I did experience some performance issues while playing on the dense versions of this map, but the regular versions were perfect. Personally, I prefer either of the regular versions because I find that the dense versions make it hard to see when your enemies are prone, and also any weapons that are on the ground. If you're a fan of large open battlefields, give this mod a try. But keep in mind, until the issue with the armory book is fixed, you'll have to either equip yourself prior to loading into the map, or use the portable books mod to spawn in items. What? Must have been the wind. Hang on a second. What's that over there? Wow, look at this. Probably fell off of a wagon or something. Either way, a sword like this shouldn't be left out here in the rain. Fuck!
Only those that are worthy may wield the king's sword.
So I'm not going crazy. That sound was coming from you.
Will you accept the king's challenge?
This isn't a prank, is it? What is the King's Challenge? Excelsior King Sword, created by Crimson and uploaded by user J Rowan, is a weapon mod that adds a longsword to your game. It can be found under the exotic category. The blade takes an appearance of Damascus steel, while the crossguard, grip, and pommel look like some kind of plastic with a matte finish, or maybe wood with glossy paint. But lucky for us, this is just a game, so materials don't necessarily matter when it comes to slaughtering your enemies. I mean, you can take out an army with a flimsy skewer if you really wanted to. Now back to the Kingsword. While it looks fantastic, I noticed there were some odd issues while using it. It will sometimes phase through whatever you're hitting, whether it be the environment or an enemy, and it often jumps around if you strike with the middle of the blade. Sometimes it registers as 2 slashes, and other times it tries to either pull or push whatever you're hitting. And if that thing you're hitting isn't movable, then it'll just pull you towards it. One last thing that I want to add here is that the issue seems to go away if you're striking with either end of the weapon, so I'm curious if the issues have to do with the colliders around the middle of the blade. This weapon does support half swording. That's only one of the great things about it though. You can also do staff abilities when you imbue it, and the imbuements seem to automatically regenerate over time while the weapon isn't holstered. I do hope the issues get fleshed out eventually because it's a really great looking sword, but in its current state it's a bit awkward to use.
The king was an infallible warrior. Many foes have been slain by the king using the sword before you. To prove yourself worthy of wielding Excelsior, you must face the souls of those same warriors.
So a combat trial. I can do that. But firstly, who or what are you?
I am the guardian of Excelsior. I exist to ensure its power falls only into worthy hands.
I see. Well, I'm a sucker for a nice sword. I accept your challenge. Hey, these guys drop rupees?
That is a soul gem. They contain remnants of souls to aid you in combat. Cast it at your enemies to vanquish them.
Holy shit! Soul Gem System by Swordfisher L42 is an incredible addition to Blade and Sorcery. The system adds these gems to the game that can be either spawned from the weapon book or dropped by enemies and can be used to assist the player in a variety of ways. Currently there are 5 different gems. Red restores HP, blue restores mana, green restores focus, purple deals damage to a single enemy and completely dismembers them if it kills, and yellow gives you a random weapon. The gems have a breathing visual effect that changes the color between its own color and black. They also have a few custom sound effects for when they're used and when they appear from an enemy. All the gems and a bag that can be used to carry them can be found in the Soul Gem category under the Valuables section of the Armory book. The Soul Gems can be used by tapping the spell wheel button by holding it, or you can just chuck it at something. Upon use, they turn and stay black. The gems can be stored in a bag by simply dropping them in. Since the gems stored in the bag are displayed on the front of it, you can actually see the colors overlapping, making it look like something that belongs inside an Epic Gamer desktop.
I'll take your entire stock!
The gems are taken out by simply grabbing at the bag, and they appear in the opposite order that they're put in. The bag can be equipped to any body slot, but it appears backwards when equipped to the right hip slot. To unequip the bag, you can toggle it by pressing the trigger before grabbing it, just like the bow quiver. This mod is available from mod.io and Nexus mods, but there are some optional files that are only downloadable from Nexus mods. Not to worry though, because these are just different presets that affect the drop rate or the potency of some of the gems. You can configure those to your liking, and a few other things by editing the user settings JSON file found inside the mod folder. The mod author even included a guide on the mod page to explain what to change. This mod has worked like a charm for me. I didn't experience any major issues, but I did run into a floating torso at some point.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left! Yes, I have. Just a flesh wound.
I think this is a great mod that can assist with long dungeon runs or endless enemy waves, and I really hope something like it gets implemented for the progression mode when the full release of Blade and Sorcery is out. Come on, I can do this all day.
Illithid, you have proven yourself worthy. Take up the power of Excelsior and unleash its power upon your foes.
That's it for this episode. I want to thank you for watching, and a special thank you for those that have left such nice and supportive comments over the past couple of weeks. So, I uploaded a video last week going over future content plans for this channel. I just wanted to give a quick recap here for those that didn't see it. So I'm going to do like maybe 2 or 3 more episodes of these mod reviews in this format to finish out the story, and then I plan to discontinue the story narrative. I do have an idea of what I want to do, and I think you'll like it. But the goal behind this is to give me more time to work on other types of VR content. These mod reviews will still be on a bi-weekly schedule, but the other types of content will just be released as I complete them. And with that, please be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future uploads as they come out. See you next time. Oh, well, I'm over here now.